Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on board Moscow Airlines, proudly operated by Horizon Air. This is our 11 o'clock shuttle down to Portland.
Pacific City, Oregon, and it is freaking beautiful here. I'm out here with the Team Fly Halo guys. I'm observing their training program currently. We finally got a break in the weather for a nice little flight here. I'm actually flying the EOS Scout 100 that I flew in the Meteor Crater video. We only have about half an hour until sunset. So I'm gonna fly around and just like check out what's going on here. I have no real idea of what the landscape is like around here, but we're gonna find out together. And I wanna tell you guys a little bit about the training program, what we've been doing here, and just that shenanigans in general. It is not New Jersey here. Low clouds just sweeping over these mountains covered in pine trees, I guess. We're at a place, I think it's called Sand Lake. It's like an ATV park. We've got the man Eddie Carter down here. He's about to launch. Come fly around with me. It is smooth air up here, let me tell you what. Alright, so let's get into this discussion while we still have daylight. It looks like there's a storm brewing off over the ocean too, so gonna keep that in mind. Anyway, having this Paramotor YouTube channel is really promoting growth of the paramotor community. People see my videos and say, hey, I want to do that. Definitely do it, but you got to do it right. And the right way to get into flying paramotors is training. This is not something you just want to go out and buy off of eBay and give it a shot. Rad! He is in the sky. So yeah, definitely don't go buy some gear on eBay and think you're going to be able to learn to fly a paramotor. One thing that's kind of resonated with me from observing this trip so far is I think there's two things about training that benefit you, and people don't really realize both of them all the time. So one, getting proper training is extremely important on the physical aspect, so that you don't hurt yourself, really. There's a lot of muscle memory and a lot of coaching that goes into learning to fly a paramotor. The other side of the coin, I think, is the mental preparation, kind of like the general aviation knowledge that's super important. And there was one line that the guys said during the training that kind of resonated with me. And we were looking at the FAR 103, which is like the regulation that governs paramotors. There's one line in there that talks about not needing a physical license or a medical or anything like that. And what that is basically saying is you don't need to know anything to fly a paramotor. But you look at the rest of FAR 103, and by default, you have to know something about general aviation, airspace, weather. All of that you inherently have to know to safely fly a paramotor and to do it responsibly. So it's kind of like it's contradicting itself. Yeah, dude. I'm flying a right-hand throttle, so I feel super wonky right now. It's weird. Basically, the way this training works, and any legit training that's out there, is there's a classroom side and there's a physical side. The classroom stuff, the way we've been doing it is starting in the morning, 9 a.m., meet up with all the students, and we start going over all the background knowledge that you need to know to fly paramotors. And then after the classroom stuff, we head out to the beach and do kiting. And that's basically learning to control the glider while you're standing stationary on the ground without a motor on your back. And they start on speed wings, which are a little bit easier to control, and especially in higher winds. And then once the students get a feel for that, they graduate to the normal paraglider wings. Once they get a strong hold of that, they fly off the dunes a little bit. And then after that, they're ready for the motors. Dude, this is gonna be sick. A West Coast sunset. Not 2 weeks ago, I was flying on the east coast of Florida, watching the sunset on the other side. Now we're out here in Oregon, freaking flying by the mountains and the ocean. How rad is that? That is freaking beautiful out there. That rock off the shore, that's where the students are right now kiting. And that mountain in the background is just getting lit up by the sun. Not gonna lie, the climb rate on this little motor is nowhere near that of a Bitter Aussie 185. It's getting cold up here. Oh yeah. Look at those clouds, dude. That is insanely beautiful. Dude, I am so stoked that I'm actually in the air right now. I've been here, I think 4 days, and we haven't really had that much good motoring weather. It's been good for kiting, and actually today, for the first time ever, I did some ridge soaring off of the dunes on a speed glider. I think it was a 16-meter Firefly. That was freaking awesome. I've never really flown like soar to ridge without a motor. It was so much fun. It was definitely a challenge, more so than I expected. But basically you get in the ridge lift off of a ridge and you can just sit in that lift and go back and forth on the ridge. It's just awesome. All right, I think I've been up at high altitude long enough. I'm gonna drop down and see what we can do down there. It looks like there's some sick little nooks and crannies to fly in. As we get closer to sunset, I want to come back up and watch the sun go down from up here. The good old snake. It's been a while since I've flown this wing. I've been on a Viper the entire Florida trip. Killer, dude. Look at all that sand. I guess there's a reason they call it Sand Lake. Much more of a sand, kind of not so much a lake. This little engine is sweet. I know a lot of people don't like it because it doesn't have a lot of power, but it is smooth as anything. I don't know what they did to this engine. Like, normally the smaller CC engines, it seems like they're more like bah, 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 bah. Little two-stroke, brapping away. But this thing, I'll tell you what. Listen to that. That's smooth. Look at those crazy designs in the sand from being windblown. Let's actually see. Maybe I can get some ridge lift off of this little dune over here. I don't know how deep this water is. I suddenly feel sketched out that I decided to cross it that low. Those low clouds covering the tops of the trees, freaking beautiful. I feel so wonky on the throttle because I got it on my right hand. It feels twitchy. I'm used to left hand. Let us see. Am I doing it? I'm off the power and I'm staying up. Yeah, dude. A little bit. Yeah. It's totally working. So this is ridge soaring. I'm off the power right now and I'm just getting lift from this ridge. I don't think there's enough wind that I can turn it around and go the other way. We can try. I think I'm gonna sink out. Yeah. Sink out if I go that way. Huge shout out to the guys at Team Fly Halo for bringing me out here on this trip. Get to hang out with a lot of rad dudes and learn about their training program. Watch the students progress. It's been super fun. Alright, now we're higher this time. Yeah, buddy. That's working. I feel scared to get low because I feel like I'm not that responsive on my throttle hand if I gotta hit it real quick. That is so dope. I think I've said this a few times in videos. The next thing I want to get into is speed flying. And not so much speed soaring, but like more so proximity speed flying. I'm sinking out. Not quite enough wind and not quite enough ridge. I love it. Let's cheat a little bit. Get up to the top. Yeah, there's lift. This spot here is much steeper. That is so dope, dude. Let's see if I can turn it around without sinking out. Yeah. Killing it. Now I'm off of the big part. I don't think I'll be able to turn around. We'll go low. Maybe I can work my way up on this fat part. This is the shit, man. Motor at idle. Go back up. Yeah, dude. This is so freaking rad. Alright, I'm kind of getting used to this right-hand throttle a little bit more. It totally throws you off, though. The sun looks like it's about to break out, so pretty soon here I'm going to get some altitude and probably come in for a landing. We don't have anything like this in New Jersey, and it upsets me. No dunes, no mountains. This was super impromptu. We were about to go kiting with the students and we were like, Trevor, can we steal your truck and go get the paramotors? Shout out to Trevor. Oh, by the way, I started a Facebook page just because like Instagram, I try to keep like really nice pictures I'm proud of. YouTube, obviously, it's not that current, up-to-date, instantaneous. So I started Facebook for that. I put the link in the description. Follow if you want. I totally take out my phone and take a picture, but that's the disadvantage of a right-hand throttle for me being right-handed. I can't really maneuver my phone comfortably. I'm flying into mist right now. Hopefully that's not botching the lens. I probably just botched the lens. It's a little bit chilly up here, but it's worth being cold for. Yeah, it looks like there's rain over there. It's about to hit the coast. He just came in for a landing, so I think I'm gonna be risky biscuits, and I'll shut it down, and we'll glide her on in. Might. I need to crack my back. I'm gonna land on the asphalt because I want to keep the sand off my wing. A little high. And lift. What? Nailed it. Well, I'm gonna sign off now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Till next time. Peace out.
up, what you're gonna want to do
Yeah, a little bit of left brake.
When you were leaning left, you actually should have been leaning right. And
And then you got to kind of
look
do
this
this,
way, lean this way, and you're gonna want to
and then back up.
So if you
And
run
then
in there, this direction, you're gonna have to collapse. And you don't want to
okay.
over.
Got it? Okay, good, cool, good.
All right, great, go. Okay, now do it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Exactly.
That's all he needs.
Perfect.
That's all he needs. Perfect.
Yeah.